I'll send you the link. It's just like really quick. I can't do it now because uh, are we live?
We are live. Yes.
Welcome to Toy Talk. That's Terry. I'm Dan, and that's David. I think.
Is that David?
I don't know. It looks a little bit like him.
I don't know where David is. But
Uh, well,
just
so
remember
we.
that if you get too wrapped up in politics, always remember they don't care about us.
Well, I think that the it's interesting that Bob Iger and Jamie Dimon are now stepping down after the release of the files, and
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have stepped out of their corporate roles after the release of some of the Epstein files. I guess we're gonna start off today with toys and tinfoil. Welcome to the conspiracy cast. Before we get into the GI Joe Day,
I'm your host. I'm your host, Sean Ryan. Wow, that's cool, Terry. Terry, so, Terry,
Carol.
Terry. So you 3D print toys, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's cool. Cool.
Here
This
is
Sean
one
Ryan.
I'm actually working on right now.
That looks nice. Have you seen the files? And I might have already asked you this. Have you seen the files for it's like a Cobra command center where there's like a table and chairs?
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
I need you to make that for me.
Dude,
And then
this thing right here has been a pain.
I bet.
Just adjusting a bunch of the files, adjusting a bunch of the parts sizing and whatnot for this. Like it was I think that this design was good in theory, but it was a poor execution because I've had to modify and change so many pieces on this thing, dude. Printing everything at its given size, all of the files, nothing fit together properly. I've had to modify a bunch of sections inside the hull, modify sections on the deck, the seat, the missiles on top. They were too large.
I hate when I have to modify sections on my deck.
These were too big. The torpedoes. The whole assembly for this was all.
I said that for you, David, to make you laugh, and you shook your head with that.
I'm trying to find a picture for Terry.
Just for the sake of being contrarian as I am, I still don't believe you, David. I think that's an incorrect assumption. Let's go ahead and get right into that. Welcome to Toy Talk live stream.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Happy GI Joe Day, everyone.
Happy GI Joe Day! Yay!
What do you think of this digital render? What do you think of this reveal? I think just an immediate assumption. This is Wild Bill. And I say that because of the two revolvers in the drop leg holsters. I think it's Wild Bill. But one thing that David pointed out here, David, who do you think this is?
I think it's the leaked figure of Tomb Raider, and I think she has revolvers, she has pickaxes, she has knives, and she wears big boots and jeans. You don't see the center. That's why people don't think it's Tomb Raider, but I think it could be a poncho when she's going excavating or whatever, and a cowboy hat. She wears cowboy hats all the time. So I still think it's her, but I'm looking to see if I can find an accurate photo that could represent that at the moment. There's all kinds of old Western photos of her, but none of them are exactly this.
I'm not going to 100% say that you're wrong, but I think you're wrong.
I think it's Wild Bill.
I think it's Wild Bill because the head looks a little bit wide.
It looks like a masculine
Wild
head.
Bill's hat. The revolvers look like Wild Bill's revolvers. The build of the figure is questionable at best. I think that the chunky boots and pants and whatnot might make the legs look a little thicker. I guess these could be female legs. The arms look, you know what? I think Will here is right. It's Honda Lou.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But yeah, there definitely appears to be a poncho or something there. So maybe it's the outlaw Josie Wales
When has Wild Bill worn a poncho though?
or Cowboy Deadpool.
I could see where David might be right on that, but the form to me, like the legs don't look feminine; they look masculine to me.
And
If
see,
you
that's
look
what
at
I thought as well. And the arms don't really
And the
look.
head.
I'm having a hard time telling with the arms, but there's also like this. What is this thing here on this? It would be the figure's right arm.
Yeah,
Face
that
up.
little device. There's some sort of device,
Yeah.
like a scanner, a laser, or some sort of communication device. So maybe this is a different driver that they're throwing us completely off. Maybe it's
Yeah.
I don't know, toll booth or whoever.
This
don't
could
know.
also be one of the new characters that they've mentioned.
Could be the new character. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the new character is going to be somebody from Energon, or I don't think it'd just be some like we just pulled this one out of thin air.
See, there's plenty of versions of her with like Indian type wear that has ponchos, but it's not exactly that. That's more like a Josie Wales, like you said, like outlaw Josie, where he had it and he was hanging around him and he was like on his side here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too, man. And I think somebody had commented with an outlaw Josie Wales, Clint Eastwood GIF in one of the posts that was made about this.
Could that be like a half ghillie suit, maybe?
It could be something along the lines of what Stalker came with.
Is there any way you can blow that up? Like just get a close up on it?
So I don't know. I was hoping that it was the Tomb Raider, but the more I get into it, the more I think it's somebody else. I think it may be a new character. It might be some new Western character from Australia that's to go up against what's his name with his warthog?
Naugahyde, yeah, maybe.
Naugahyde. Like maybe it's a new Recondo. Maybe that's
like
could be
Quigley. Could be Quigley Down Under.
It could be Quigley Down Under. It's got a nice big knife, though. I see that.
Tom Selleck will return as Quigley Down Under in Avengers Doomsday.
Wild Bill would not come with that axe. He would not come with that knife. He would come with a revolver.
Because it could be the V2 Sunbow colored Wild Bill. Well, I don't think it would be the retro Wild Bill. But I mean, it could be a lot of different things. They could have updated Wild Bill, which if they did, I think that'd be fantastic.
All right, so there's the HasLab Wild Bill.
Here we have it. Gen XOG says Grok says that it's Wild Bill.
Who's Grok?
X's AI.
Yeah. So here's Wild Bill. So it has the holsters, has the revolvers. They're the Old West, and he does come with a knife. It does come with a knife. It's in that holster there, and he's got the secondary vest and stuff like that. And he's got the hat with the glasses.
It's Cavalry Wild Bill.
So it's just a Wild Bill with like some sort of a poncho or something over him, and
it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't include that same poncho or scarf or whatever that they included with Stalker and the snake eyes that came with the first Timber. What was that?
Yeah, that's like the ghillie, that shamak, that neck shamak. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the way that's hanging off there at the back. I don't know. It's weird looking the way that it is, but he does not have any kind of device on this arm here. That device would be.
And that's what I was saying with like maybe an updated version or something like going along with, or whole new character being created for the classified line. It's not and not already G.I. Joe.
Didn't the original classified figures have some type of little communication device on their wrist?
They had communication devices on there. They still do that.
And then also, if you go back to Terry's beloved Valor versus Venom, they used to have some type of little communication device. I almost wonder if it's some type of nod to that.
All of the figures, or maybe not all of them, but a lot of the figures for Valor versus Venom did have that little communicator that clamped onto their wrist. So
I'm looking at my Joes right now, trying to think who that would be. That would have a cowboy hat.
I think it's a new character, because I think they would have given us that name if they wanted to. The fact that they shaded this out, I think it's a new character. If it's not Tomb Raider or Wild Bill, then it's definitely a new character.
This is going to be a new character revealed at Toy Fair, I bet.
Yep. And I think it's blue, so it's got to be a good guy.
Right. It's a GI Joe, of course.
Oh, is that the
So-
thing? Like, if it's a blue background, it's a good guy, and okay,
Yeah.
I never picked up on that.
So on the next set that we have, the next set of
There we
reveals
go.
here, we have Taurus and what was that guy's name? Why
Red
can't
Dog.
I think of that?
Red Dog.
Red Dog, yes. Red Dog and Taurus.
Yeah,
So-
booted from the NFL for unnecessary roughness.
Now
They
look,
look pretty good.
they gave him a football, but I don't think they gave Big Lob a basketball, did they?
I thought they did give Big Lob a basketball hand.
Oh, a
It's
hand with a basketball.
hand
You're
that's
right.
attached
Yep,
to the
you're right.
basketball. It doesn't. The basketball doesn't come off.
Yeah, you're right.
The choking hazard or some shit.
I'm already hearing that they don't think that Taurus is big enough. So we're
I
always
agree.
getting a lot of that with these guys, that they don't think they're big enough. But
Yeah, they should. Well, I can say that they should do this or should do that. I don't know. It seems like we could get a little more accurate to what these figures should be sized to. If they just cut down on some of the accessories. They don't have to come with a ton of stuff.
And that's a thing too. People are thinking they look smaller in the render, but they may actually be bigger. It's just they were trying to fit all the accessories in the picture.
That's
And
a
so they
good. That's a
look
good assumption
smaller.
there.
So
Like
that's what
this
I'm hearing.
I'm going to get this set just because,
Yeah.
completionist and whatnot. But it doesn't really do a whole lot for me. They look very much like the A-Raw versions.
Yeah, they do. Yep. Very much their vintage versions, not much difference other than obviously they have more accessories and maybe the face printing is a little bit better. There's little details here and there that are better, but yeah, it's basically your vintage.
I mean, they're far superior in appearance to the vintage figures, of course.
Yeah.
Got a lot more detail.
Up
And I like his I like Taurus's angry look there.
Oh yeah. And Emily made a comment at one of the Pulse streams about his beard. They went out of their way to make sure they sculpted that right. So there's a curve to it, and it looks like it should look. So I give them all the props for the face sculpts, head sculpts. They do a great job with those. Most of them. We've only had a couple of bad ones, but
That tells me then that they might have the size right, and like you said, David, it might just be that size there to fit all that stuff in.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: if Will is right with his question here, is it the tunnel rat and mainframe legs again? Then they are going to be shorter if those. are the
No,
legs.
it's not. That's not the tunnel rat mainframe legs. That's different legs, I can tell. And they look longer. Just by the torso and stuff, it looks longer to me. So I don't think so.
Happy Joe Day, Hella Geek.
Happy
but
G.I.
this-
Joe
Let's go
Day.
ahead. We
But
can
this
come back
was-
to any of
but
these.
that
They're
was- but that
already
was-
on the stage here. So
But Terry, that was the low-hanging fruit. We already got that render like back in early October, the name only. So
Yeah.
that was one of the ones we expected that was going to come out today because it's been 4 months, 5 months now.
yeah.
Those were on my list too.
So
Hey,
That was on my list.
Mystery solved. There's your little
Sonya.
thing.
like it, Zanya with the swamp skier.
Yep, mystery
Chameleon.
solved. Yep. She is definitely an upgraded version of Zanya. I would say more of the G.I. Joe Spy Troops and Valiverse Venom version of her, not the exact comic book version, because the comic book version had the mesh on the torso and the arms and the ripped shirt. So they definitely changed her, made her the further down version, and they incorporated some new elements with accessories and this and that. So it's not exactly the comic version.
So I think she looks pretty good, but she also comes with this this helmet over here, which
Yeah.
could
like a
potentially
tank girl.
be used in the future for our red comrades, the October Guard.
Well, possibly, because that's like Tank Girl would wear those.
Yeah.
In the comic book Tank Girl a lot, she had that type of thing. Yeah,
So,
you're right. That could
I
be a
think she looks-
Dania.
I think she looks
helmet.
really, really good. And
Yeah.
since she's Zartan's daughter, it brought this to it made me think about this. And I'm veering off a little bit, so bear with me. Who is Zartan working for? Because it's
Oh,
not Cobra,
Well,
and
it
it's
is
not
now.
G.I. Joe.
It is now. It is now, technically.
Oh, no. But who was he? He infiltrated the government and was Colonel Hawk and created the G.I. Joe team. or the team, whatever you want to call it, who is he working for? Because remember, back in Cobra, we had this discussion the other day in the shop. In the Cobra Commander book, they don't mention him by name. They just say our brother's on a mission. Who is he on a mission for?
That's something I was thinking about too, man. Who is he on a mission for? If
Could
he's
it be the Red Shadows? Could it be some other organization? Could
or
it
is
be
it just for himself? Is just the Dreadnoks just going to be there?
I don't. That somebody brought that up. That it probably might. Why would he just do that himself? Like I feel like someone hired him to do this, but it's like it's obviously not Cobra Commander. It's
Cobra
obviously
Law?
not Destro.
Cobra Law?
Who?
Cobra Law?
No, they would just. I think they've already tried to infiltrate with the scientists that tried to kill the commander. So I don't think they would. And Zartan was already on the mission during the Cobra Commander miniseries. Remember, because they were like, "Our brother's on a mission," and he didn't know his name because he said, "Oh, your brother sent me." He's just overheard them.
So who is Zanya? Zanya is Zartan's daughter, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Created by Josh Blaylock during the Devil's Due comics. I think she might have been in issue 1 or 2.
Hella Geek is asking if this is her first figure or if she was 118.
No.
She's
got a dozen
she's the 118.
Before even that, I believe, wasn't she?
No, she's got a dozen figures.
Yeah, she was
I
in.
think she has a dozen.
Valor versus Venom or Spy Troops.
She was in all of those.
All of it.
Yeah, she has figures in all of those. There's a bunch of figures of her. Because she was in the Zartan, the Dreadnought 7-pack that was in the 2000 teen odds as well.
That's the only figure of her I remember. I could be wrong.
No, she's got.
Might want to look that up, Terry.
I'm looking it up right now. The first one, it looks like the first version of Zanya, version 1, was released in 2011 as part of the 30th anniversary line. She was in the Dreadnoks battle set.
So that's that set I just mentioned.
Yeah, so I think she was in Spy Troops. No, that was I think that was the first one.
Valor vs. Venom.
Was she in the Valor vs. Venom comic, or was she in the Valor vs. Venom toy?
She was in the Devil's Due comic in that era, but I don't think they had made a figure of her yet. They made a figure of Kamakura, but they didn't make a figure of Zanya until this Dreadnought back, because that's one of the reasons it's so expensive.
I'll have to go look at all my figures because I have.
That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking specifically for a Zanya figure, and I don't see one.
Yeah, David, I swore they made one too, but I started thinking about it. I don't think they. I know they made Kamakura.
Maybe I'm mixing her up with Heart Wrencher.
Heart Wrencher was a modern figure as well. I know that they had what's her name? Why I can't think of names today for some reason.
Heart Wrencher came with the Ground Assault modern version of the Ground Assault through the club, I believe. And then I think you're right. I think her figure is only in the 7-pack, which is 2011. Yep. I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah, now that I'm going
not
back
seeing her in any of the Valor versus Venom stuff.
No. No, I don't think she was in any, because there was a lot of.
And I'm checking GiJoe.
Yeah, there you go. Carson has that too on his.
So one of the legs from the 2-pack here, one of the leg sets, New York Knight is saying is from the Action Pilot. Stanley says 7-pack as well was the first one.
Yeah. All right, well then I'll concede that one.
Let's see.
Yeah, I thought she had a figure
Sorry
earlier
about
than that. Not even an O-ring?
No, not even O-ring.
Yeah, she was never an O-ring. I mean, the line.
They did a lot of O-rings between 97 and 2008. There was a lot of O-rings. There was even
she didn't debut until 2001.
So specifically on this figure, one thing that I have a problem with is the fact that they gave her the swamp skier.
Yeah,
I don't like the fact that they put an actual named character with a vehicle that people are going to want to army build.
Yep, I agree.
Because I don't think anybody's going to want to buy
10
a bunch of this figure just to get the swamp skiers for their dreadnoughts, so that their dreadnoughts all have a swamp skier.
I think that was a strategic mistake on their part. I
Yeah.
think if they were going to do this, they should save this swamp skier to a Buzzer, Ripper, and Torch, each of them with a different version of it. That's how they should have did
Yeah,
that.
that would be great, man. If they would just if they would have like given it a different color, or maybe like
That's
ground
something they
salt.
could do though. That's something they could do like on Pulse, where you could buy separate swamp skiers
Yeah,
for your
they could
dreadnoughts.
totally do that. They could do like a Pulse exclusive Army Builder vehicle with this. It's not that big.
You could customize it with
Small box.
decals, like there's a Ripper, Buzzer, Zartan.
Like that is for sure a money maker for them if anybody could get the word out to them to like beg Hasbro to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a strategic mistake because everybody wanted vehicles for the Dreadnought.
Yeah, see, she sounds like hotcakes.
Yeah, to stick this with her is a strategic mistake. It's been rumored for quite a while, and I've been hoping that it wasn't going to be with her. But now that they're saying that $60, $59.99 price point came to the docks, they were rumored that it was going to be her, that this is going to be $59.99.
$59.99. That's fucking steep, dude.
For a figure and a vehicle.
For a figure and a vehicle with the complexity of the swamp skier, that's steep.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're looking at something that's roughly the size of two figures, which would be about the same price.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not happy about that. I want the character. I like the character. I just don't like this version of the character. I think she would have been better off on her own, but maybe they didn't think people would buy her. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility too, man. Like maybe
I don't know. I think she's a pretty sought after character. Like I said, that 7-pack. I think it's a 7-pack.
Yeah, it's a 7-pack.
It's that's pretty sought after, because that's their only figure.
It is. I've been chasing it for a long time and just haven't really had an opportunity to get one.
They're too expensive. They go for like upwards of $250 to $500 for that set.
Oh, I don't mind paying for it. I just have a problem being able to find one without ordering it on eBay and risking damage and shipping. If I could find one that was like dead mint, I want it to have like no damage and no displaced parts or anything, something that hasn't been opened. Then I see people open them and sell the single figures out of them all the time, but I would rather have a really nice clean boxed set.
I think we've said enough about her.
Yeah, she's a solid figure, and I like the Swamp Skier for sure. Let's take a look at the Hydro Viper.
So right off the bat, he's definitely subdued colors. He's not as bright as his vintage.
They could totally put him on a retro card and brighten the colors up a little bit.
Is it me, or is it maybe the background is kind of drowning the colors out?
I think there's a definitely need for that because he definitely does not look like his original. The helmet does. His helmet looks exactly like the original right off the figure, but it's interesting. I've never been a big fan of this character, so it doesn't strike me that much. He's your era. He's from your era. That's why.
Yeah, dude, I loved this figure when I was a kid, and I liked him so much because he was a monster. He was mutated, genetically modified. Or at least that's the way it was in my mind. And are these guys genetically modified? I'm gonna have to.
No, yeah, they are. It's right in their file card that they were genetically modified to go under deep water, farther under the water than most divers can go. If you look at his eyes, you can see they're kind of creepy. And we pegged this figure last year in the summer when Wetsuit had those fins. So it was like we knew we were getting this guy.
I think he looks cool. I never had him as a kid, but I'll probably army build him.
Are those the same? Are those the same figure or the same fins as the
Wetsuit? Yes.
So Hydra Vipers are qualified eels. Okay, so they are eels. Cobra frogmen who volunteered to be surgically altered to withstand nitrogen narcosis and other side effects of deep diving. Synthetic webs are implanted between their fingers, and subcutaneous fat production is stimulated by chemical injections to provide natural insulation.
That's why they have that hand like that.
These procedures is known to be psychologically destabilizing. I'm sorry, those guys aren't human anymore. They have a handshake like a dead mackerel and leave damp spots on all the furniture. I realize that they are virtually unbeatable in underwater combat. So this is a great white shark, and I'll bet the shark is friendlier. I love
Look
the
at the
flavor
hand.
text in those.
And look at the hand in that render. They're specifically showing you that it's a webbed hand.
Yeah, I like that. And the original figure had a webbed hand as well. So we had some stuff like this that came over, or that came later on, like the electric eel was similar to this guy, and the heavy water was also kind of like this guy.
Yeah. I think it's a fantastic figure and stuff. I'm just saying it doesn't look exactly like the vintage. It's definitely more subdued purples.
Yeah,
I think it looks pretty awesome.
I do too. The subdued color, I think the
Because
fun
the
school version of this character, the fun school version of this figure had darker colors. So
To
yeah,
me,
the flippers are different here.
to me, this gets into that era where Cobra almost was kind of supervillainish, where the costumes, the uniforms of their troopers were so unsettling. You know, like a Cobra Eel, it's like it's a little, you know, it looks like a diving suit, but something like this, that helmet and those webbed hands, like that would freak people out the first time they saw
Yeah,
it.
it's like some kind of sea monster, like a merman or some
Yeah,
shit.
and it's kind of the same thing with like the range viper, the way his head is,
Yeah,
and some of the other ones they've done, like the frag viper with his face. Like
oh yeah.
I like
It's
we're
all
getting into that
genetic.
point where these might be clones or spliced DNA or
Yeah.
something. Like somebody in Cobra's cooking in the lab.
well, in
and-
the Energon comics, Cobra is already like
Oh yeah.
deep into the genetic modification.
oh yeah,
And I think that like they could definitely play some of that off of this, or play some of this off of that.
yeah, I think it's cool.
It looks great. It's just not, like I said, not my favorite character.
All right, so the one true Eco Warriors leader.
Yay! Airtight!
I much prefer the Renegades version of Airtight. I think that's a much cooler backstory for him. Like being tied to that suit, he's got to stay in that or he's going to die.
Now, does that look like a new mold to you? Because there are people saying that that's not the mole rats mole. That looks different. That costume looks different.
Yeah, I don't think it's the Mole Rats mold.
That might be
I
a
think
new
it looks
mold.
good.
I think that
I
might
think it
be a
looks
new
good.
mold.
I
Oh, it
wonder,
looks
does his
great.
helmet come off?
I hope so.
I can't really see them making him without the helmet coming off, man. I mean,
Yeah, but they did it with Barbecue. They didn't take his helmet off. They didn't do it with Copperhead. And they did two Copperheads, and neither one of them had the helmet come off.
right.
But they've been doing most of the new ones, like Sci-Fi and a lot of the other ones, Blowtorch, a lot of the new guys, the Fireman, a lot of these guys, the Frag Viper, the Saw Viper, all those helmets come off. So
I think they learned their lesson on Barbecue.
I think so too.
Yeah. They really should have had Barbecue's helmet come off. And I think
Or at least another head.
Yeah,
right.
they didn't have the budget at the time, so I understand, but they should have did a new version of him, at least a retro package or something, to get the helmet off.
I mean,
Yeah.
damn, they gave us a quick kick with two different heads. And
Yeah, exactly.
Give me Barbecue so he can hang out in the base or something.
Yeah.
You know?
I will say that I think that Airtight looks a little accessory light, so the helmet probably does come off
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But what I was saying about the Renegades version,
Yeah, I have
here's
that one.
here's
It's
the Renegades
fantastic.
version.
Oh yeah, that's a great figure, that Renegades one. I've got 4 or 5 versions of him over the years. They're all great, but this one looks very vintage inspired, definitely. The yellow looks the right yellow too.
Well, I much prefer this backstory as well, where he was a Cobra scientist and became a biochemist to fight diseases in developing countries, and believed Cobra personnel when they assured him that that they would support his goal, but discovers that Cobra has darker plans for his research, and that even his lab partner, Dr. Monev, is not who he pretends to be. I would absolutely love to see Dr. Venom make an appearance here.
In the cartoon, that was what his story was, the episode that he guest starred in.
Yeah, that was a great episode too.
So this is
Dr. Venom would be nice.
This is giving me some really good feels that we're getting the Toxo Viper, and we're going to get some really gnarly mole rats.
Well, Toxo Viper's on the list I read the other week.
Yeah, I know.
So are the Phase 3 mole rats.
Yeah. So
there will be more phases of the mole rats coming.
Well, they mentioned that who knows what Morad's stage 3 and 4. They did one of the Pulse interviews they did at New York Comic Con. The panel, someone asked that question. Says,
Yeah,
we
I wanna see some
showcased you
gruesome
stage 1 and
zombies.
2. But where is stage 3 and 4? What are we going to do with those? So they kind of hinted at that we're getting some zombies or something, energon creatures or whatever. But
So
that's perfect.
a big favorite for a lot of people. A lot of people have been asking for Airtight and saying that they want to see Airtight come in.
One of the big things about this, Terry, is this completes the 1985 single release figures. The only thing
The line's done. There's nothing past 85 that exists.
but the thing about 85 is the only thing that's left are vehicle drivers and redecos. Now, this is the last mainline figure of 85.
Are we sure about that?
Positive.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Deep Six was a vehicle driver. Cutter, no, not Cutter. Cutter was in 83, I think.
110% of this should have been a retro card release. Absolutely.
Because it's very retro, yeah.
It's too retro, man. It's too retro for the box classified line. Yeah. Leave it for the retro card. Yeah. Do this for the retro stuff. Update the classified line.
We still have Thunder for 85. He's a vehicle driver. We have a bunch of...
He's from Louisville, Kentucky.
We have the flag. Do you want them to make the flag? Okay. We got Colonel Sharp or whatever the hell his name is.
Admiral Keelhaul.
Admiral Keelhaul.
Cutter's 84.
84?
Yep.
Oh. The flag was 84?
Hang on.
No, the flag was 85. Cutter was 84.
Yeah, Cutter was 84. I'm trying to think of other vehicle drivers that were in 85 that we never got.
Well, I'm pulling up 1985, Series 4.
85.
By year. Hang on,
well,
this site's not necessarily the fastest. So we got Airtight, Alpine, Barbecue, Bazooka, Buzzer, Crimson Guard, Dusty, Eel. I do not see a figure here. Yeah, that'll just about complete the 85 line. So 85, we do still have Heavy Metal. We have the Lampreys, we have Toll Booth, and we have Admiral Keelhaul.
Yep.
And we already know that we're getting Frostbite.
And we know we're getting a Deep Six.
We need a listen and fun Tripwire.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. Wouldn't it? What would they put him with? What
Deep
would they give him?
Six is not 1985.
Well, that's 84. You're right.
Yeah. So yeah, Airtight will complete 1985, except for vehicle drivers and specials. And we had a Starduster too. So
where are we at on 84?
There's a couple of 84 still left. A lot of vehicle drivers.
I'm looking at 84 right now. We have we just have vehicle drivers. We need Cutter. We need the Hooded Cobra Commander. And we need the Tan Clutch.
Yeah, redecos. That's the trick. But I think we could get an easy redeco of Clutch in that costume.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they'll do a Vamp Mark II anyway.
Absolutely.
And who are we missing in 86? I know we're getting Iceberg.
GiJoe.com does say that Heavy Metal was 1985.
A lot of vehicle drivers in 86 still left to go.
Hey, you know what? Stanley might be right here. This might be a retro card figure.
Maybe.
Because he's light on the accessories, he might be retro carded.
Yeah, but I would think that they would reveal that if it was retro, because they have a distinctive difference when they do the render for a retro. If you look at these Zap, the Crimson Guard female, and the Crazy Lights, they look different.
You know what? I agree. No whale, no Cutter.
I think if you're going to get a Cutter, it's going to be with a battle tactical platform that can fold up and all this stuff can go in it. And it can fit on a shelf. That's the only way you're going to get a Cutter. If they do a whale, it's going to be absolutely huge.
Where would you put that thing?
You couldn't put any other figures with that HasLab. It would only come with one figure.
Could you imagine being a kid trying to play with that in the bathtub? It would just take up the bathtub.
No.
It'll be a pool toy.
Jimmy, did you take a bath? No, Ma, the whale's in the way.
Exactly.
right, so moving along here,
Yeah,
let's go on to another fan favorite, and then we'll get to my personal favorite out of this whole set, this whole wave of releases. So here's another fan favorite, Ninja Force Zartan. I like this figure a lot.
They totally changed this figure. This is totally different than the original.
What?
Look at the original and look at that.
Well, give me just a minute, David.
They gave him a leather jacket like Zorana. His colors are way more subdued, way more. The face may be the only thing that's accurate to the vintage.
Man,
I don't know.
Hang on.
I just did a thing with him not too long ago, a video with him not too long ago, and I don't have it out here, or I would pull it out.
Well, let me whip it out here, David.
Not you. That's terrible. There you go. They're way different.
Way different?
Yeah.
I don't think he's that different at all.
Why? That's more of a leather jacket, like a gang jacket. That's not like that jacket.
Dude, that's 100% what the figure's wearing, even right down to the orange chain.
Yeah, that looks pretty much like the figure.
I thought that was a purple jacket.
No, it's black. It's a black leather jacket. It's a black leather vest.
Oh, yeah. A vest. I knew it was a vest, not a leather, like, gang jacket. And the color is definitely more subdued because he's got darker green pants. He's got, that's lime green on the figure.
Well, I mean, he's still got, purple pant or purple boots and...
Those are like armaments, right? Like guards, like leg guards.
And thigh knives.
He's got a lot more weapons.
He's got the drop leg throwing knives. I love it.
I do like all the extra weapons and stuff. We've gotten most of these accessories before, but I do like all the accessories and stuff like that. I just know my friend Zartan's not going to like it.
Hey, you know what? Super Dave is onto something. Retro card renders are usually with an explosion background, right? Or is that only for promo photography? I think that's probably just for promo photography. I don't recall seeing renders done that way. I think all of the renders have the same background. By the way, I'm selling off all of my Carded Ninja Force stuff. So that's going up on eBay.
Is that vintage or club?
Vintage.
So he's definitely an upgrade, a classified upgrade. I'll give him that.
What do you want for him?
I was just gonna put it up for auction, man. We'll figure something out here with it if you want. I don't have it listed yet.
So do you think this is a definite upgrade, classifying up of the character?
I don't.
And not as vintage as it could have been?
It's too vintage. It's more vintage than it should have been. But at the same time, I know that this is exactly what people want.
Okay.
This is what people want for the figure. They want more subdued colors because it's a neon 90s figure. They want people that wanted this figure wanted it just like the 90s version.
I think he looks nice. I don't prefer that. I don't prefer that version of Zartan. I prefer the with the shroud and all that.
Well, see, I like this version of Zartan if you want to look at it more as like gutter punk, 90s.
There was a version they did, and I can't remember which incarnation it was. It might have actually been the Devil's Due, where he had like a black shirt and then like his plate over it. And it just looked really, really cool. It looked more ninja-esque.
Did you ever read
still
the
like
origin?
Zartan.
Have you ever read the origin of Zartan, Dan? I know Terry probably has it, but there was a 3-issue miniseries by Devil's Due, The Origin of Zartan. There was 2 different guys that they merged together and became the Zartan at the very end. But there were 2 Zartans. So this could be one of the Zartans. The other one could be the other Zartan. They could merge them together and become the ultimate Zartan.
Yeah, but all that's been disavowed. So
well, that's true. You're right.
I think because he comes with the bow and arrow, there, the whole what was it, Master Hamanashi or something? Yeah. Tamanashi.
Yeah.
The guy that the guy that forged the sword.
Swordsmith. Yeah.
Yeah, I can never think. I hear it in my head and I can't say it.
Well, that's interesting. They gave him a lot of those elements because he's got 2 swords, he's got that big blade, the 2 knives, he's got the bow and arrow where he assassinated the Hardmaster. Sorry, spoilers. He assassinated the Hardmaster.
What the hell would that be? Is that a strap for something, or is that maybe that might be a string for the bow?
Oh, they don't usually do those. All the other ones that have had the bow and arrow, they
Yeah,
have not
speaking of
done-
Hardmaster, I think it'd be kind of cool if they made Soft Master and Hardmaster figures. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
they wanted Storm Shadow as the young master, not necessarily with
They
the-
said there's
the
nothing off
mask.
the table. Nothing's off the table, Dan. So who knows what we
The
might
other
get.
thing I could think of that they might do to make that a bowstring, it's about the same length of the bow, is make it so that this arrow and string are detachable, and you could just attach that one. I don't really know why they would do that though.
That wouldn't be nunchucks, would it?
That just that thin string? No.
Oh, okay. Not sure what that is.
Unless it attaches to the holes in the throwing knives, which that wouldn't make any sense to me, at least.
Oh, they could do like a scorpion type of thing where he throws the knife and it kills people.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
How's it go again, David?
How's it go?
You guys are terrible.
Forget Battle Kata. We got David Kata.
Yeah, never mind.
Look, Terry, I've never been a big Ninja Force Zartan fan, but I do like this figure. I think it looks really cool, and it's an upgrade to the other version. And
Dave, you
there's
just
a
stole
lot
what
of
I
Ninja
said.
stuff.
You just stole what I said and repurposed it. I said the same
I did?
thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's
Oh,
toy
well, then we
companies that
agree.
do that too, man.
We agree then. There you go. Let's move on.
All right, we'll move on for my favorite figure out of this line, out of this wave of releases or renders. Overkill.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Now, there's definitely some differences in this one. Now, you can tell what the differences are. Can't
Is
you,
that
Terry?
is that is
Yeah.
that supposed to be like a paint master, or is that the?
No, that's the figure.
Huh.
Dude, I absolutely love this.
I'll let
I
you go with
think
it.
they did a fantastic job with it, especially since they didn't give him the ab crunch. I love the fact that they used this torso design, this torso connection on him, and I think that he looks great. A lot of people poo-poo on Overkill. They don't really like the Overkill character, but
They killed like 11 Joes.
yeah,
Well, I like him.
badass.
I like him, and I like these updates
like
that they
Cobra.
made.
It was a good shot.
I like the updates that they made to him because that
Are
chest
those,
plate looks like it opens up, and you might have some like heart or some biological elements underneath there. Who knows what's underneath
Dude, if
that?
they give him a flip out gun,
Huh?
give him a little flip out gun.
Oh, and
Could
there
be
the
the,
like a cop, like one of the cops,
Buttons with
two-tone.
gun.
Yeah, and the helmet. Do you think the helmet's going to come off and it's going to be Saw Viper's head on there?
No, but you could probably swap them out.
Yeah.
You think he could house the Autobot Matrix of Leadership in that chest?
Never.
Now they did do one thing. They took the scarf off. He had that scarf on the vintage one. They took
No, he
that
did
off.
not. No, he did
Huh?
not.
Oh, they didn't take the scarf off?
He didn't have a scarf.
I thought he had a scarf.
It was his It was his Cobra mask.
Yeah, the one that had a scarf was the, I believe, Spy Troops version or Valor versus Venom.
Overkill? Oh, you're right. I think you're right. This version didn't have that. You're right.
Let's consult
No, you're
GiJoe.
right. I'll give you that one. You're right. It was the second version of him, I think. The Spy Troops or the Valor vs. Venom one, I think had it. You're right.
I want to make sure that I know exactly which one had it.
Is that the
Well,
Saw
there's a
Viper's
repaint. They
big
did a
gun
repaint
there?
of him in that line too.
That's the same Saw Viper gun, by the way, that big gun.
That was
And
Overkill version 3 that came out in 2003.
Yeah, there you go.
And it was Spy Troops. And let's see. I know they released more versions of them than that.
Oh, there's a bunch.
Yeah,
of
there was a
redecos.
repaint of that I think
There's a
was
bunch
put
of
in Valor
redecos.
versus Venom.
Yeah, there's a bunch of redecos of it.
Yeah, version 4, the mail away version, was the sound attack minus the sound attack backpack, and then we had a repaint of the. Let's see, the first version was Spy Troops 2003. Version 3 was a repaint of that, and then version 5 was another repaint of that, which was in 2004. I think that was the Spy Troops. And
Well,
then
I
we
think
had
these-
version 6 and version 7. I know that version 6 was Valor versus Venom, and he had more of a robot-looking body.
Yeah.
And version 7 also had that same robot-looking body, and one of those came with the multi-pack of bats.
Is that Sigma 6? Oh, I have that one. I have that.
No, I'm not talking about Sigma 6. I'm talking about 3
Oh,
and 3/4 inch O-ring
Yeah, yeah.
figures.
know which one
Yeah,
you're
I
talking
have
about.
that one. I have that one. It has that. He looks like a robot, basically.
Yeah.
All
So
gray.
this is an
Yeah.
updated version of the version 1 Overkill with the neon green and the gold.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
The arms and the leg look like bat arms and legs to me.
Yeah, they do to me too, and that's what it's supposed to be. He's supposed to be. This version of Overkill is actually not the Saw Viper. This version of Overkill was actually a prototype new generation of bat that ended up being the Bat Commander.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's Saw Viper's gun, though. That big gun there, that's Saw Viper's gun. I have the Saw Viper right here. That is his gun. The claw is
Pull
obviously.
it out, David. Whip it out.
You want me to show you?
Yeah, show it.
All
Take
right.
it off. I mean,
Yeah. It's right here.
let's see if I can feature you.
I don't think you can.
Might kill the stream.
There we go. That's not Saw Viper, or the gun that Overkill has is not Saw Viper's gun.
Looks the same to me.
It's slightly different.
It doesn't have this little squishy part. It doesn't have this canister or something. But if you take the canister off there and you take the squishy part off,
It might be. It's close. If anything, I would say that it's probably a retool of that.
yeah,
I think it's a neat
Probably a
figure.
reach.
Again, we're getting into that era where it's like the villains are very off-putting when you see them.
Yeah, and
You
I
know,
love.
they haven't even done anything yet. They just show up and they're off-putting.
I think at most it's maybe a retool, but it looks to me like this gun, like the handle would be. It would look upside down, basically. Like the handle is going to be, the top of the handle is going to be up here, and it's going to come down like that, like an L shape.
Well, I just don't see them not
Excuse me while I
using.
whip this out.
I don't see them not reusing something if they can reuse it.
Yeah, but I mean it's not the same gun. I don't think it's close. It looks very similar, but I think that they went all new stuff with this one,
Okay.
which I'm thankful for. I'm
Well, no,
happy
they
that
didn't.
they went all new stuff for this figure.
They didn't do all new stuff because the legs and the arms are the bats.
No, they're not.
You don't think those are the legs of the bat and the arms of the bat?
No, they're different.
So then how do you attach that claw there? So
You
we have to
attach
have
that
that.
same, you just pop the hand off and push that into the hole,
Yeah, that's what the bat has.
and it works a lot easier if you spit on it first.
It looks. Is it me or does it look like the? It's not the hand that pops off, but the forearm, and then you plug that in.
Here, I'm
You
gonna
know,
pull out. I
Yeah, you might be right.
Either way, it looks cool.
It
It
does.
just looks like, because I remember the one of the Valor versus Venom ones. That's how it was. Like the hand, you just the whole forearm came off, and you'd plug in like the gun or claw or whatever. It had like its own forearm, or something similar to it. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. I'm curious if that chest opens up.
The claw is different.
I wonder what's in that chest.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. I think it might be a heart.
I think you're both wrong.
What do you think it could be then?
I think his heart will grow in size as we get closer to Christmas.
I think it's the matrix of leadership.
Oh yeah, that would be
That's what I
funny,
said
right?
earlier.
Just take that out of there. I don't know.
You
if
guys
they'd
keep
go that
ripping off
far,
what
but
I'm
that's
saying and
funny.
repurposing it like it's new
Yeah.
territory. The hell, Terry.
Like
David,
it's,
shame
it's
on
a
you.
new concept. I love it.
Well,
Yes.
it makes sense that we would get him eventually because we've got like 50 bats already. So now we need the bat leader. So yeah.
It's a gun. It's a gun that folds out. The chest opens up and this gun folds out. That's
cool.
what he's got.
Yeah.
Chest opens up to reveal digital renders.
Yeah, that would be funny. Yeah, so I like this assortment. I think it's a very well-rounded assortment, depending upon who that shadowy characters. Do you think this is the next 5-figure wave?
Oh man, yeah, it probably is. It's probably the next 5-figure wave, and one of them is going to be like some type of an exclusive to something, maybe Fans Channel or Amazon.
Then that
We'll
Wild Bill cannot be a main figure figure because they've already given us a regular Wild Bill, so he's got to be a retro.
So right now, I'm calling it that we have Hydro Viper, Airtight, Zartan.
That's a Target exclusive, Zartan. That is not a main line. That's a Target exclusive.
How do you know?
Because of the leak listings information.
Those can change.
Well, okay. And they're doing Ninja Force at Target. That's their exclusive thing this year.
Well, what the fuck happened to the Mass Device?
They're not doing anymore, apparently.
Well,
that was last year.
Sense, doesn't it?
That was last year's. That was 2025. We're in 2026 now. So that's where the Chabang's going to come into play as a 2-pack probably. And then there's rumor of another 2-pack in the fall. So this is the first one for
Who's Shebangs?
The spring geek out. Then there'll be a summer geek out and then a fall geek out at Target.
But check it out. I think that we have Hydro Viper, Airtight, Zartan, and Overkill as a wave. That's the 4 base figures. Then we have this is the deluxe figure with the $60 price point. We have this 2-pack for the $60 price point. And we have this that's going to be a collab Fans Channel exclusive.
I don't think that Zartan is not on my list. Overkill is on my list. Zong is on my list. Airtight's on the list.
I thought Night Force was Walmart.
The Hydro Viper's on my list. Yeah, so I think the Zartan is going to be an exclusive or a Pulse. And then who knows what about this guy.
Oh, but also if Ninja Force was a Target exclusive, would Nunchuck not have also been a Target exclusive instead of Mexico exclusive?
Well, no, that was years ago that Nunchuck came out. That was like in the 50s that figure came out.
Yeah, it was. It was like 1956 or something, I think.
You know what I'm talking about, the numbers.
That coincides with Roswell.
I thought you were making a joke about it being so long ago.
No, the numbers on the packages, the boxes. His numbers were like in the 50s. So he was a long time ago. But I believe that's what they're getting. They're getting the subgroup of Ninja Force at Target this year. And I believe that Chabang with whoever else.
She bangs.
And then another 2-pack in this fall. And then this Zartan will be the early one.
Really, Shebang and Tupac.
Oh, boy.
Man, I only believe what I see. And I don't see this figure. So, but I do see at least digital renders of these. Maybe we can just start collecting digital renders. That'd be great.
Those guys are on my list too that I read off.
Do you have your new digital version of this figure?
Todd McFarlane was doing that with some sort of a card, and you could get a thing with
like
his
NFT type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's interesting.
Silhouette of Clint Eastwood.
I think that cowboy is a different character. I don't think it's Wild Bill. I think Wild Bill is a retro card. And I think that's a new character. That's my only thing that I can go with because I'm positive that Wild Bill is a retro card.
You very well could be right, but I think you're.
Because they did Crazy Legs, and he was in that HasLab. And the rumor is Wild Bill's also a retro card.
Unless
he was in that HasLab. And
new
Ripcord is going to be in that.
Take a breath, David. You'll be all right.
Let's. No.
I think this is a new guy. Some sort of.
There we go.
Sometimes, He-Man, I just want to talk. Hello, Orko. Sometimes you have to share a mic with people. And now you know, kids, make sure you share your mic. Until next time.
Where does Orko need to go back to?
I was from 1956.
Back to the sex dungeon with you, Orko.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
Anyway.
All
right, David, you've had your breath.
Pew 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 pew. Wild Bill.
Wild Bill with his laser revolver.
Yeah, exactly.
No, unless they did some weird version of Airborne.
No.
I think it's Wild Bill.
Well, we'll find out eventually. I think at New York Comic Con, which New York Toy Fair is coming up in 2 weeks, the 14th through the 17th, and we'll probably figure out who this guy is by then.
Unless they're going to do Marshall Bravestar.
Dude, hey, hang on just a second. Like, I just noticed something looking at this figure. It looks like the poncho extends down to the sides.
It does. That's why I don't think it's Wild Bill.
That makes me think it's even more so that it's Wild Bill.
Oh, okay. So they're really giving us something totally different for Wild Bill.
They might be, man.
Why would he use an axe? Why would he need an axe in that? He has a knife, but I don't think it's
Smoke Jumper Wild Bill. Damn it.
Maybe I don't know.
Unless it's the Snow Rescue Trooper.
Yeah.
Why would he be wearing a cowboy hat?
Or like when those guys go in with the helicopters and they go into the fires and they have to drop the dust all over the fires in like California. This is like one of those guys.
Is that Howie Long from that movie he did in the 90s?
2009 Wild Bill? Look that up, Terry.
Firebreaker or whatever it was.
On right now.
Yeah.
Because Howie Long was throwing an axe in that movie.
If that is, I'll get it. I'm getting everything, but it'll be cooler. Why are they keeping it hidden? That's my thing.
So,
if it's Wild Bill, why do you need to keep it hidden?
So I have a request from Hasbro. If you're going to do a Laura Croft figure, can we get a Jean-Claude Van Damme figure?
No, nobody wants Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, Terry. There we go.
I got Jean-Claude Van Damme already. He's in my Street Fighter set.
Whip it out.
He's right over there.
Whip it out, David.
You guys keep wanting me to do that. One of these days, this is turning into a bad thing.
The Orco Sex Podcast, starring
version 14, all geared up. I'm going to share the screen for this one, and I'm going to say that it very well could be. Oh, shit.
We'll let you.
No, I did something wrong. All right, version 14, here we go.
Let's see. Oh. No. I don't know. Not really.
2 revolvers, hat, vest with stuff sticking out the sides. I don't know, man. This might be it.
Could be a poncho with the bandolier.
I don't know. But I don't know why they would keep that hidden. We got that other figure reveal, that sculpt reveal, whatever. Why wouldn't they just show it to us? I don't get why they would hide it.
Because they don't have it done yet. They haven't finalized the colors. They haven't finalized the scheme. Or, like I said, it's going to be.
It gets people talking.
It gets people talking, and it's going to be a special Toy Fair release. It's going to be a Toy Fair reveal.
You're right. I do believe that, but I just don't see. I think it's somebody new. That's my gut.
Yeah, I think they're going to save the new figures for Risk or Baroness.
I don't know if Baroness would be considered new. Risk, maybe. Even though it's a new deco of Baroness, but they called the Duke one is going to be what? Scruffy Duke, or what did you call
him? Rugged Duke or Rugged Duke or something.
Maybe that's who that is. Maybe it's Rugged Duke.
It could be the Duke, like John Wayne. Maybe it's maybe that's what it is. It's Rugged Duke.
You're right.
It's
Exactly.
Rooster Cogburn.
Maybe that's a trick when they told you Rugged Duke. Maybe
And that would be awesome, actually. I would, yes, that would be great. So did you guys get any more information on the Hasbro lawsuit?
Yeah, I got a lot of information on that. You want me to go into it?
Yeah.
It has to do with Magic.
I have the opportunity to do something really funny, but I'm not going to.
Terry.
So anyway, Hasbro lawsuit, new information. What we got, David?
Well, from what I understand, it has to do with the Magic the Gathering, that branch of Hasbro. Apparently, a lot of the stockholders that have been buying stock, which Dan, this could pertain to you, over the last several years, from 22 till present, they did something with Magic that screwed it up and divested of the interest of it or something like that, and they messed the whole thing up. And because of that, the stockholders that invested into it because of that feel that they were cheated or somehow they lost money or whatever, and they created this class action lawsuit to go after Hasbro and Chris Cox. Because it's a class action lawsuit, everybody that bought stock during this period can join that lawsuit and go after Hasbro as part of this class action and stuff like that. So that's what it's about. It has nothing to do with the toy part of it. I don't understand a lot of the numbers and all that type of stuff. Maybe Terry might have a better idea of that.
I don't have shit on it. Like I got nothing, man. Like
I was going to watch a video last night that broke down the lawsuit, and I didn't get a chance to. So I'm going to do that probably this afternoon.
I got a little bit of it from a podcast that Terry doesn't like, so I'm not going to say their names. But there was.
I don't like anything just because I don't watch it.
Oh, okay. All right. So you want me to say who it was?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Good.
We don't have to mention other podcasts on ours.
Okay. Well, we have before, but ones that we do like.
ones that mention us. I mean,
yeah. So, and then there was a person that was a manager at Hasbro on that podcast, and they were talking about it, and they gave a little bit more detail, and they have stock.
David, maybe you should just tell people to go watch that podcast instead of this one.
No, I want them to watch ours, but that's why I research.
I think
I research stuff.
From what I glanced at when the lawsuit initially was engaged, I think that they they fudged the numbers.
Yes.
They did something to the numbers, which deceived the stockholders.
Yes.
Which that's a huge violation.
Right. So now they have to prove that they didn't do that because this lawsuit now forces them to do that and disclose those numbers.
I would, as a stockholder, I would be happy to settle with Chris Cox being removed as chairman.
Oh yeah,
I think he's an awful chairman. He lost them $3.5 billion when they sold off E1. He's schizophrenic when he talks about we're getting out of toys. We're going to do digital stuff, games. Where are the games?
Stuff was ridiculous. Like,
where are the games? $1 billion they spent on video games. Where are the games?
The Snake Eyes game is coming, but it's a very long time in coming. You haven't seen some of the photography and stuff of the renders of those?
He talked like this video game stuff was coming like, that's what we've been working on. That's why we that's why we decided to drop kids as customers. Oh, hey, let's make a USS flag. Oh, we're not going to do toys. The funny
thing I got out of this whole thing, Dan, is that was his bailiwick. That was his branch of Hasbro. He was the president of Magic, or whatever the name of that is.
Wizards of the Coast.
No, but he's
Wizards of the Coast. He was the head of Wizards of the Coast in Seattle, Washington, where that operation is. And he got hired to be the head of Hasbro. So why is his branch the one that's the problem? The other branches are running fine. Well, to a certain extent, depending upon your opinion or whatever. But his branch is where the problem is, where he started.
Well, he also destroyed all the archives of all the prototypes.
There was a flood there that got damaged a lot of that.
Of what? Prototypes of what?
Of about 50, 60 years of toys.
Yeah. There was a flood in the building. their building, the one that they are moving out of, there was a flood in there. 2 floods actually, and a fire.
Well, I blame him for all that. But it's under his watch. How's that stuff not in an archived, safe
I
space?
don't
You know,
I don't
stuff's
think it
worth
was all
money.
during his time frame. He's only been the executive for like 3 years or something like that.
I
I'm not
think
sure. He's been the
going on.
executive longer than that, hasn't he?
I think Goldner died in like 20 or 21, and then he took over like at least 22. So we're going on 4 years of him being the CEO, and so far he's lost $3.5 billion selling E1. He spent $1 billion on video games, which nothing's happened. He's been schizophrenic about them being in the toys or not being in toys. He's made this costly move to Boston, which is going to one of the reasons you're going to pay a higher price on product is because they're going to have to pay rent now, so they can say, "Look at the cool place we're in."
Right.
And then the whole
It's supposed to be more tax friendly or something.
Yeah, they are.
Boston,
They got a big
Massachusetts,
tax friendly. Not as much
Massachusetts,
as you would think, Danny, but it is a tax break. From when I saw the numbers,
in
that is,
Boston.
yeah,
The
Boston.
lady
Yeah.
that runs Boston's the most pro-tax. Goodness sakes, did you see this thing with Virginia where they're going to like tax home repairs and that's
Yep.
insane. Like, so you legally don't own your own property, I guess, in Virginia.
No, you don't. You don't legally own your own property anywhere, but specifically in Virginia, they're taxing you for making home repairs. It's absolutely absurd. It's draconian.
But you know, you get what you vote for.
Exactly.
And I think it's kind of funny that the new mayor of New York, his mother has connections to Jeff Epstein, and those pictures are coming out.
Voting doesn't even matter, I don't think, anymore. Back to the tinfoil and toys.
But I think Chris Cox needs to go as CEO. A lot of the firings he did 2 weeks before Christmas, which I think is pretty shitty.
He's done that for 3 years in a row.
Yeah, it's like you can fire them after the first of the year. Why ruin people's Christmas? So you save one payroll cycle? I mean, seriously? You save
Right.
Who do you think should take his place?
I don't know, but it's somebody that actually cares about the company.
Who is
doesn't
that?
want to? Huh?
Who's that? I want to do it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know all the board members.
Oh,
I just don't know that he's. I know he's not the guy. You know, I think it'd be phenomenal if the rumors about Elon Musk talking about buying it again happened. That would be hilarious.
Elon Musk is gonna buy Hasbro.
He got really mad about what they did to Dungeons and Dragons because he's a big D&D fan. That he said, well, maybe I should. He said maybe I should
hire people to play it for him like he did the fucking Diablo game.
Well, if I was a billionaire, I'd probably do that too. I don't know, but like
hire people to play it for you and then talk about how you're the top player.
I'd just sit and watch. Like have somebody feed. I'd make David feed me olives, and I'd make you play the game, Terry.
Yeah, Terry would have to
because I don't play games.
I'm terrible at video games myself. I'm stuck in the darn training room on Operation Blackout. I can't get out of it, and so that was the last time I played that. I can tell you how long ago.
The training. So I at least got to like the his tank, like the terrible his tank battle, and through some of that stuff, which you're actually playing as Cobra in that part of it, I think.
And I haven't gotten the other game, Wrath of Cobra, because I guess you need to have a Mario. What do they call those little things?
A Switch?
2 or 1. You can actually play on both, Switch 1 and 2. But I don't have those. And
well, I don't have those either, and I can't play on my Mac because it's not compatible. So I wasted the $20 to buy the game.
Yeah.
But we're gonna spend $1 billion on video games and get out of toys.
I do look forward to that Snake Eyes game. I think it's going to be good because not Josh Blaylock. Who's the other guy that worked at Devil's Due? You almost got hired by him. What's his name, Dan?
I have no idea who you're talking about.
The guy who worked for Devil's Due. He was a writer, GiJoe writer. I can't think of his name. Brandon Jura, yes. He's a writer on that game, that Snake Eyes game.
Brandon Jura didn't hire me for anything. I hired him as an editor.
I thought you said he was going to hire you.
No. I said I hired him as an editor. He edited 3 chapters of my book, my first book, and really liked it. And he also wrote G.I. Joe.
Yeah. So he's writing that Snake Eyes game, or one of the writers of that.
I mean, maybe it's cool. I don't know. That would. I always liked his work.
Yeah, I like his work too. I think he did a
He
good
did
job.
a really good Battlestar Galactica. Oh, speaking of GI Joe, our boy Joshua Williamson's Iron Man #1 dropped this